Introducing first, from Marieville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens!
For the second time in his career, Kevin Owens will enter the Elimination Chamber match. He beat Dominic Mysterio to qualify for this matchup here tonight.
This is an environment where Kevin Owens thrives. The prize fighter loves the chaos. Owens is never afraid to take a high risk or be an outright daredevil. Kevin Owens will stop at nothing to carve his own path to WrestleMania. And Cole, this is a guy who called out Stone Cold Steve Austin in his own state of Texas at WrestleMania. That's how motivated KO is.
Kevin Owens fears no one. Kevin Owens fears nothing. Fight, Owens, fight. KO is fired up. Kevin Owens will be the first to be locked into a pod here in the Men's Elimination Chamber match. And you know, Corey, he'll be chomping at the bit to get out.
No doubt about it. Owens knowing that at least two of his opponents will potentially be in a weakened state has got to be exciting for the prize fighter.
Again, cameras and microphones in the pod to give you a feel of what the superstars are going through while they're inside.
From Denver, Colorado, weighing in at 275 pounds, the almighty Bobby Lashley!
You notice the heavily taped right elbow of Bobby Lashley, injured on SmackDown by Karrion Kross last night.
The handiwork of the Final Testament.
Bobby Lashley beat Bronson Reed to qualify for the Chamber match tonight. He won a Chamber all the way back in 2006 when he was part of ECW.
Well, watching Bobby Lashley step into one of these pods is not going to give anybody any peace of mind, because you know you've basically got a Bengal tiger lurking inside the chamber with you. And when that door opens, Lashley's going to hurt you. It's just a matter of how bad.
Kevin Owens is nuts goofing around, talking trash to Bobby Lashley, as Lashley will be locked in a pod.
Again, you've got that looming. When you're in the ring competing, if Lashley is still in a pod, you know things are only going to get worse. A freak of nature from the Rocky Mountains of Denver.
From Dorado Beach, Puerto Rico, by way of Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the United States Champion, Logan Paul!
You know, Corey, Logan Paul beat The Miz to qualify for this match tonight. We have seen Logan Paul do some incredible things in his career here. That was pretty incredible.
And the scariest part about it is he's only getting started.
Yeah, and Logan Paul's never been in a chamber, so imagine what he's capable of inside this structure tonight.
We mentioned it as pertains to Becky Lynch earlier in the night, how the naivete of never having competed in the Elimination Chamber match may actually lend itself to success. We saw the man emerge victorious. We know Logan Paul would love to head to WrestleMania and run it back with Seth freaking Rollins, only this time for the World Championship.
Kevin Owens borderline obsessed with Logan Paul. He slammed his head into the pump.
There's no shortage of bad blood between Owens and Logan Paul. I mean, yesterday at the Elimination Chamber press event, Cole, you saw how heated it got. Logan Paul and KO had to be restrained from one another by Randy Orton, of all people.
And remember, Logan Paul beat Kevin Owens back at the Royal Rumble via disqualification when those brass knuckles got involved, the way that Logan Paul beat Rey Mysterio back at Crown Jewel for the U.S. title in November.
The brass knuckles that Logan Paul introduced and KO actually used.
Yes.
Kevin Owens' anger was responsible for his downfall, not necessarily the knuckles.
I have voices in my head, they come to me, but I understand they
From St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Fighter, Randy Orton!
So Corey, Randy Orton sets a record tonight. He breaks a tie with Chris Jericho to become the only man to appear in 9 Elimination Chamber matches in his career. He beat Sami Zayn to qualify for this event tonight. Back in 2014, Randy Orton won the Chamber, retaining the World Championship.
I know it's early.
all the doctors are disease, and the preachers are sinners, and police just take the grease. All the doctors, you are guilty. All the bosses are the fighter. All the beggars, the roses, politicians, all the liars. I see darkness.
Cole, I want to piggyback off of what you just said. Orton is breaking the record for Elimination Chamber appearances. Randy Orton, a surefire future Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to ever do it, and only he has emerged from this structure victorious once of those 9. If that doesn't explain to you how difficult this environment is for all these superstars, I don't know what will.
A 14-time world champion. Only 2 men in history have held a championship more times. That would be Ric Flair and John Cena at 16. And Randy Orton, what does he always do? He plays mind games. A stoic Bobby Lashley.
Viper returning from injury in perhaps the greatest shape of his career. A physical specimen. Viper looking agile and even a bit spry, I dare say, before this matchup gets underway.
I think Randy Orton would rather start the match. No interest in getting inside that pod. We talked earlier today about how hot and humid it will be inside that pod.
It was a cause for concern for the Vipers. Spending time in the pod, the air doesn't circulate well. You're watching, you're excited, your nerves are going crazy, your blood pressure is through the roof. It's definitely a daunting way to spend the first few moments of this matchup.
Weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
Drew McIntyre beat AJ Styles to qualify for this Elimination Chamber match. He won the event back in 2021.
Listen, Drew McIntyre may be a bit polarizing these days. Many people agree with McIntyre's assessment of the state of WWE, while many disagree. There we take a look at the in-pod cameras overhead. We've got microphones as well to attempt to keep the superstars' thoughts broadcast for the duration of their times inside the pod. We saw Owens borderline losing his mind, but you can see KO staring a hole through McIntyre. This is Drew McIntyre, a man who believes that the world has robbed him of his rightful place at the top of the mountain. McIntyre would love to be the one to knock off Seth Rollins at WrestleMania to make good for all the shortcomings in his career. But McIntyre cannot look past the Elimination Chamber because Drew has had a lot of time lately to talk about and think about and worry about CM Punk.
Well, statistically, the worst position to start the Elimination Chamber match, Drew McIntyre at number 2, only 3 winners from that spot. You mentioned CM Punk. Drew McIntyre says he sacrificed himself at the Royal Rumble to take CM Punk out of action.
To the point that McIntyre has been referring to himself as the savior of WrestleMania.
Also takes credit for Cody Rhodes deciding to pick Roman Reigns to face for the Undisputed Championship, hence the reason for this Elimination Chamber match, where the winner takes on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for the world title.
There's a fine line between motivation and delusion. The Scottish Warriors dancing on it.
And making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, LA Knight!
LA Knight beat Ivar to qualify for the Elimination Chamber tonight. This is his first chamber match. Corey, 5 wins now from the #1 position. Becky Lynch did it earlier tonight in the Women's Chamber.
It will not be easy, but it is certainly not impossible. And listen, LA Knight is a guy who lives to have the deck stacked against him. LA Knight loves for people to tell him that he can't, that he won't, because LA Knight loves to show people that they're wrong.
LA Knight said, "I'll take congratulations when I win." And now he's mocking what Randy Orton did earlier on.
How is this for defiant? The megastar standing over the Viper. I assure you, Randy's not taking very kindly to that visual.
So we are about to start the 34th Elimination Chamber match in WWE history. Drew McIntyre does not seem impressed. Drew McIntyre said, all these guys want to win the chamber. I need to win Elimination Chamber. McIntyre can sort of thank LA Knight, Corey, for McIntyre knocking off AJ Styles to be here tonight.
AJ Styles certainly had issues recently, but right now that might as well be a million years ago. All that matters is the here. All that matters is the now.
McIntyre left for a right hand, and LA Knight going to go right after Drew McIntyre, and we are underway in the Elimination Chamber match.
LA Knight is a cagey superstar. A lifetime of experience. LA Knight is no rookie by any means, and he has scratched and clawed for every opportunity that he has earned.
Yeah, but Drew McIntyre is a multi-time WWE champion, a one-time NXT champion, and he's won the chamber before. Oh, nice neckbreaker by Knight.
And I think the thing that's making McIntyre so polarizing lately is the statements that Drew is making are dripping with truth.
Nice suplex. Yeah, but he has his own spin on it, Corey.
Perhaps.
LA Knight, elbow. Cover on McIntyre. Looking for the first elimination, and Drew kicks at 1. And again, as we talked about early in the first elimination chamber, a nice throw by McIntyre. What do these two superstars need to do here in the early going, Corey?
Pace themselves. History has taught us that these Elimination Chamber matches are grueling, they are lengthy, and if you're not going to go for the early knockout shot like we saw at the beginning of the match.
The CM Punk chants obviously directed to the man who injured Punk, Drew McIntyre.
As the women employed a different strategy early on, looking for that quick fall, the quick strike knockout. Drew and LA Knight know they are in this for the long haul.
Well, McIntyre's got a huge...
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Mocking CM Punk now. Perhaps looking for a go to sleep as he lifts LA Knight up on his shoulders. And LA Knight able to counter.
Okay, McIntyre was looking for go to sleep.
That's what I mentioned before. Sorry.
I was caught in the moment.
Oh, and the knees right to the back. Yeah, the go to sleep is the finishing move that CM Punk uses. McIntyre obviously mocking Punk, but LA Knight was able to counter. And now Knight launches McIntyre into the chamber. This is a big match for LA Knight. Corey, he's really got a show out here tonight.
I completely agree. LA Knight is a guy who was setting the world on fire prior to his encounter with Roman Reigns, as we see Drew McIntyre favoring his knee. That could not bode well for Drew as this match progresses. LA Knight, since encountering the Bloodline and Roman Reigns, has yet to really recapture that same momentum. Tonight could go a long way in doing that.
Logan Paul with that grin on his face.
Is Logan Paul the first superstar to keep his entrance jacket on in the pod?
I think so.
He probably spent a lot of money on it. I don't blame him.
And LA Knight just driving
Go do your job! Go do your job!
driving McIntyre's face into the pod. And again, LA Knight turning his attention to Logan Paul, and McIntyre was able to get back in it. Maybe not.
This is unique.
Ineffective. KO his own cheerleader. Oh my goodness. McIntyre beaten and battered. $50,000 plus. They've been electric all night long. Here at the stadium. And LA Knight having his way with Drew McIntyre. First pot will open in 10 seconds. Who will it be? Who will enter number 3? 4 winners at this spot in the history of the chamber. Kevin Owens. Here comes KO.
Like a rabid animal unleashed inside the chamber. The prize fighter swinging at everything that moves right now.
First McIntyre, then LA Knight runs into Drew, drives him outside the ring. Kevin Owens kick to the face. And now Kevin Owens with a choke slam. Now I talked to Kevin earlier. Oh, there's a senton, cover on LA Knight. Kevin Owens rarely uses a choke slam, but he met a young boy at a Make-A-Wish function yesterday here in Perth, and he promised he would deliver a choke slam in this match.
Even I can't argue with that logic. That was pretty awesome. Well done, KO. Unfortunately, that did not bring Kevin the win just yet. There is much more work to be done. And right now, it's at the expense of LA Knight.
Knight ripped across the ring, hits the turnbuckles hard, and Kevin Owens is focused and intense since this started. McIntyre, though, from behind. And that's the problem with the chamber. As the ring fills up, you have to have eyes in the back of your head.
We saw in the Women's Elimination Chamber match, allegiances of necessity, short-term alliances, teamwork even, knowing full well that once the move is completed, your best course of action is to turn on your partner.
The Scottish Warrior.
Jabs to the body of McIntyre from Kevin Owens.
Yeah, great work by Kevin Owens as McIntyre delivers a right.
McIntyre now battering Kevin Owens. Precarious predicament for both athletes.
Headbutt by Owens. Kevin Owens will use every single part of his body to do whatever he can to win this matchup. Kevin Owens, frog splash to McIntyre. Cover. Will it be the first elimination of the match? No, McIntyre at 2.
Owens firing off a heavy body shot to LA Knight and then returning the Scottish Warrior. This is smart. Owens applying an equal opportunity beatdown right here. Oh! McIntyre just stopped KO in his tracks. And here comes the megastar.
McIntyre, though, and look at that. Michinoku driver drives Knight to the mat, and Kevin Owens, oh, the code breaker, lands on top of Knight. Cover, hook of the leg for the elimination, and a kick out by LA Knight.
Cover again by Owens.
Hook of the leg, yet again, and McIntyre kicks.
This is a very, very smart strategy by Kevin Owens. Dishing out punishment to both men in the ring, and now mocking Orton, and I don't know if that was a wise decision for KO.
Well, Kevin Owens doesn't give a damn, though. That's how he lives his life. Kevin Owens is just obsessed with Logan Paul.
And that could be the downfall of Owens. KO needs to keep his eyes on the prize. And I'm not talking about the United States Championship tonight. I'm talking about an opportunity to challenge Seth freaking Rollins at WrestleMania.
And a chop now to McIntyre. Kevin Owens trying to climb the ropes, and now it's McIntyre returning the body shots to Owens that he suffered earlier on. And now LA Knight gets involved. 3 men in, 3 still to come in the Elimination Chamber. McIntyre with a headbutt. Kevin Owens back in the fight. You just can't rest in this thing. And now LA Knight and Kevin Owens going to form a loose alliance, I believe, to try to take out McIntyre.
That's what I was talking about. An alliance of necessity. LA needs to...
McIntyre, he fights out of it with headbutts.
I was a little worried about LA's position. Not a lot of real estate on those ropes.
And McIntyre, top rope, cross body, takes out both men.
A little uncharacteristic from the Scottish Warrior, but it's about to get a little more crowded.
So number 4 over the years has had 5 winners. The 4th entry into the Elimination Chamber happens right now. The almighty Bobby Lashley has been unleashed in the chamber.
Heading straight for Drew McIntyre. Over several years back at WrestleMania, Lashley and Drew collided over the WWE Championship.
Yeah, no love lost between these two superstars, that's for sure. McIntyre into the corner, bounced face first by Lashley.
And And listen, we talk about the pressure on all of these superstars. I would apply it almost doubly to Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley promised the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, success, riches, bright lights, big cities. And thus far, the Almighty has struggled in leading them to the promised land. Tonight, Lashley has a chance to lead by example.
And they've also had some problems in carrying Cross and the Authors of Pain,
Absolutely.
Final Testament. Oh, did you hear that?
My Lord, you see the heavily bandaged and padded right elbow.
Wonderful belly-to-belly throw by McIntyre. One of the prettiest you'll see. Look at the welts already building on the back of Drew McIntyre.
See our in-pod cameras keeping a close eye on Orton and Paul. And there we go, a future shock DDT from Drew McIntyre. That is the very maneuver that injured CM Punk.
In the Royal Rumble match.
And McIntyre all too happy about it.
McIntyre sent out outside the ring. Bobby Lashley now can use the chamber to his advantage.
When it comes to conditioning, Lashley is simply second to none. A freak of nature, a freakish athlete. More than enough power and stamina to lead him to the top of the mountain.
You think about the amount of time that Lashley has been performing at this level. I mentioned 2006 he won a chamber match. McIntyre was in a chamber match back in 2011.
And amazingly, Lashley hasn't aged since then.
Looks better than ever.
No doubt about it.
And now Bobby Lashley, is he looking, well, maybe he was looking for the hurt lock before LA Knight got back involved.
I think you're right. I think the hurt lock is incoming. McIntyre trying to fight out of it.
And again, you have to wonder if the injured arm, the elbow of Bobby Lashley is going to cause an issue of him trying to lock in the hurt lock.
Lashley would never admit to it publicly, but certain it's going to play a factor as this match goes on.
Lashley sending McIntyre over the top rope. Staring back at Randy Orton. Orton and Paul, the two men remaining in the pods.
Glasgow kiss rocks the jaw of the Almighty. Just that quick, McIntyre can turn things around.
Now McIntyre launched out again outside the ring.
Big heavy right connects. Here comes Owens. There goes Owens. And now Drew McIntyre climbing to the top turnbuckle.
Drew gonna fly. He has to roll through up over Lashley. Bobby Lashley. Oh my goodness!
That's gonna do it.
Cover.
Bye-bye, Drew.
McIntyre kicks out.
God.
That was wild.
That is terrifying. Superhuman power. Great athleticism by both superstars, but Bobby Lashley nearly put Drew McIntyre through the ring.
Corey, that's a 270-pound man.
And Lashley made it look easy.
And Bobby now with an LA Knight up on his shoulders. And Lashley, oh!
Counter by Knight to
What a
remain on his
super
feet, shoulders down.
Lashley rolls up LA Knight, almost had him, kick out at two. And a kick by Kevin Owens to the face.
Owens into the cover. Lashley in trouble.
And a kick out by Lashley.
We're approaching the next entry. The countdown is on.
Number 5, 7 winners over the years. And Randy Orton enters the fray for the 9th time in his career. The Viper, Randy Orton, goes right after LA Knight and Kevin Owens.
Viper, the freshest of the crew right now.
What a clothesline!
Wow. And again.
Power slam.
Incredible velocity on the power slam by the Viper.
And listen to this place, Corey.
Orton running roughshod over the field at the moment.
Here we go. Randy Orton has Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens able to counter and send Randy outside the ring. Oh! Vintage!
on the chamber floor.
But I think Randy Orton may have hurt himself.
At what cost to himself? I mean, the platforms that surround the ring inside the chamber are notoriously unforgiving. And perhaps Orton just got a little overzealous.
Meanwhile, Lashley with the swinging neck breaker. And now planning Drew McIntyre face first. An inverted DDT, and Lashley now. And you see Randy Orton heavily favoring his back in the corner. Randy may have tweaked his back when he delivered that draping DDT to Kevin Owens.
It's entirely possible. It would certainly be unfortunate. Orton just missing over a year of his career, nearly a year and a half with a back injury. It would be absolutely tragic. The Almighty continuing to bring the fight. Orton's hurt. Well,
oh, spear! Spear by Lashley. But LA Knight rolled out of the ring. That may have saved him in this matchup. But to your point, Randy Orton is having trouble even functioning right now.
Listen, you've called 3 times as many Orton matches as I have.
Oh!
Randy doesn't move like that when he's down. It's different. I don't like it.
Yeah, Randy Orton is he's writhing in pain, favoring his lower back as McIntyre turns his attention to Bobby Lashley, but posts him on the other side, shoulder first. And Randy Orton is seriously hurt.
Let's hope not. I mean, maybe it's just a stinger. Maybe the adrenaline will start pumping and the Viper will make it back to a vertical base. But right now, McIntyre looking to capitalize on the situation as the only man standing inside the chamber at the moment.
There have been no eliminations yet in this match. LA Knight!
Oh, that may change.
DDT to McIntyre.
And now the only man inside the chamber not wearing stripes, who is currently upright, would be Logan Paul in the pod as we look again at LA Knight spiking McIntyre on the outside of the ring.
And if you're Logan Paul, look at him, he can't wait. He wants that pod open. Everybody in this matchup is down. Logan Paul with a golden opportunity here. The number 6 entry has had 9 wins in chamber matches over the years. Randy Orton takes LA Knight down, but again the back. Again the back of Randy Orton causing him issues.
Yeah, even delivering delivering the belly to back suplex, there was a bit of a delay, as almost as if Randy had trouble shifting LA Knight's weight.
Again, if you're Logan Paul, you cannot wait.
You are licking your chops
For that pod to open in 10 seconds, because there are bodies strewn everywhere inside the chamber. And Logan Paul, the United States champion, with a perfect opportunity. Well, Kevin Owens though back on his feet. Kevin Owens back on his feet, trying to rip the pod open. Logan Paul wants to stay inside, and now the fight's on. Kevin Owens and Logan Paul inside the pod. Kevin Owens has locked the pod.
It's a fist fight in a phone booth.
Kevin Owens cannot wait to get his hands on Logan Paul. Well, Kevin Owens, I thought he locked himself in. And Logan Paul driven through the pod.
I actually think Logan ricocheted off that side of the pod. Oh no! Everything is legal within the confines of the Elimination Chamber.
And everybody's hurt. Kevin Owens and Logan Paul beating the hell out of each other. Orton's got a bad back. Bobby Lashley still over in the corner here, favoring his bad elbow as Kevin Owens and Logan Paul continue to fight.
Owens still seething about what transpired at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, he thought he had the United States Championship won, but you mentioned it. His intensity, his temper got out of control. Owens used his own brass knuckles on Paul, causing a disqualification. And now Owens. And now Logan Paul with an opportunity. And here comes the United States champion using the chamber to his advantage.
You don't have to like it, but you have to accept it. Logan Paul has taken to this industry faster than just about anyone.
No doubt about it. Logan Paul so impressive in just a couple of years here. Kevin Owens, though, locking up Paul. What the hell? Oh! Did you hear that?
I felt it!
Did you hear that? Owens about decapitated Paul.
This is my ring.
a straight right in the grill from Owens, and here comes the Almighty. Oh,
That's driven through the pod. I think Bobby Lashley's finished playing games.
I think you're right about that. Stalking the Maverick. Here comes the Almighty.
Through the pod! Through the pod!
Logan's dead.
Bobby may be too. Holy is right.
But again, what damage did Bobby inflict on himself in the process of putting Logan through the pod?
Yeah, and the already bad elbow of Bobby Lashley. And now McIntyre with a claymore!
I dare anybody to do something in the ring because we could have a winner by now.
Corey,
It's quite simply last man standing and everybody's down.
this may be the most physical Elimination Chamber match I've ever witnessed. Bobby Lashley spearing Logan Paul through the pod.
But now the megastar, the defiant LA Knight looking to make something happen.
Lashley lands on his feet, trying to lock in the hurt lock on LA Knight. Again, bad elbow and all. LA Knight focused, you see how he focused the attack, the first shot to the elbow. And now Bobby Lashley with a bad arm.
Bobby delivered that right
Claymore! Cover! Lashley eliminated.
Bobby Lashley has been eliminated.
I can't believe what we just saw.
We talked about it earlier. The elbow was a factor throughout this match.
It was the elbow again. Bobby Lashley counterpunched essentially, and he reacted and threw an elbow to the back of LA Knight, which backfired catastrophically, opening Lashley up for a Claymore. I'd be willing to bet a lot of people's bet sheets just got ripped up because the Almighty was a favorite.
Yeah, the two men that started this match, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, still going at one another. Randy Orton misses wildly planted by Knight.
That won't do Orton's back any favors.
Oh, backs it up in the corner.
Running knee.
Now on the other side. Oh, and an elbow by McIntyre. 5 men remain. Lashley was eliminated.
Bobby's hurt.
Yeah, they're still trying to get Bobby out of the ring.
McIntyre, meanwhile, making the climb to the top turnbuckle.
LA Knight's gonna meet him there. That's pretty impressive. Superplex!
LA Knight feeling the effects, but look out!
After the RKO. Blood force trauma! Not sure if he got all of it, though.
Yeah, I think Orton preventatively tried to drop to his knees to mitigate the damage.
Eddie connecting to McIntyre. LA Knight cover for the win.
What the hell?
AJ Styles!
Where the hell did AJ Styles come from? Styles is mangling LA Knight with a steel chair.
Corey, where the hell did Styles come
I
from?
have no idea. There's so many bodies in the ring. There are superstars, there's officials, there's AJ Styles.
Did he come in through the open door that they opened up to get Lashley
It
out?
may have been the case. We saw Logan Paul do something similar last year at the expense of Rollins, but
AJ Styles, who's had this long simmering rivalry with LA Knight. LA Knight cost Styles an opportunity to be in this chamber match tonight, and Styles has not forgotten that.
Styles feels as though LA Knight cost him a chance to knock off Roman Reigns.
Styles clash on the chair. And you can't do anything about it. There's no disqualification. But these officials have got to get Styles the hell out of this match.
I mean, you don't have the ability to threaten Styles with a suspension or a fine. It's the Elimination Chamber cover by McIntyre.
McIntyre.
LA Knight's gone.
LA Knight has been eliminated.
Thanks to AJ Styles, LA Knight was eliminated, and McIntyre once once again takes advantage.
McIntyre has certainly been opportunistic to this point, and it has paid massive dividends for the Scottish Warrior, but there are still more superstars in the way. 4
superstars remain. Owens, Orton, McIntyre, Logan Paul, and here comes KO and Paul.
We're running it back again.
Kevin Owens driving Paul into the chamber. Lifting him up.
Oh,
out of the knee.
There was malice behind that.
Logan Paul may be out. Kevin Owens is possessed.
Here we go.
Owens cannonball.
Here we go again.
Cannonball to the other side.
McIntyre and Orton both suffering the wrath of the cannonball, and now the prize fighter headed up top yet again.
KO, top rope, swanton! Cover on Orton. Kevin Owens looking to eliminate the Viper, and the Viper gets the shoulder up.
Owens now shifting his focus again to the Maverick on the outside. Now KO climbing to the top.
Kevin Owens has been a one-man wrecking crew. Top rope now for KO. Swanton, McIntyre got his knees up.
Nasty landing for Owens.
You said it before, Corey. McIntyre very opportunistic so far in this match.
Owens looked for the Swanton bomb that very likely would have ended Drew McIntyre's WrestleMania hopes tonight. But Drew able to prevent it at the last possible second, and the chamber rolls on.
These men are beaten, battered, bruised, punished. Kevin Owens suffering the effects of the knees to the back. Logan Paul was almost knocked out moments ago.
Yeah, Logan Paul, who suffered the effects of Kevin Owens.
Trying to drag himself back up, as does McIntyre. McIntyre now with KO in his sights. Looking for the Claymore. Kevin Owens, pop-up powerbomb!
McIntyre in jeopardy yet again. The Maverick looking to capitalize.
Kevin Owens. Stunner! Up for the RKO.
Super kick by KO.
Sends Randy Orton into the ropes. Went for another pop-up powerbomb. Orton landed on his feet. Went for the stunner. RKO by Orton.
Can the Viper finish the job? Can Orton make the cover?
Into the cover, hook of the leg on Kevin Owens to eliminate KO, and he does. And we are down
Kevin
to 3.
Owens has been eliminated.
And we are down to 3. McIntyre, Orton, who have both won chamber matches in the past, and the upstart Logan Paul, the United States champion in his first chamber matchup. Can you imagine if Logan Paul pulls this off?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Cole. Social media will be set ablaze.
McIntyre and Orton, long history.
McIntyre almost stalking an injured Randy Orton. You can see the Viper realizing this is going to be an uphill battle.
Orton with 14 world championships to his credit.
But the back is bad, Cole. I mean, Randy can barely stand upright. If at all, he can barely. You can see it's affecting Randy's ability to stand. If anybody is going to fight through the pain in search of greatness, it is Randy Orton.
McIntyre and Orton exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. Two battle-hardened veterans, two multi-time champions, two former Chamber winners. Power slam by Orton. And again, the back, preventing Randy from following up quickly. Now Logan Paul looking to take advantage, bounces Orton face first off the turnbuckle. Logan Paul smelling an opportunity here. Oh, maybe not.
Orton put the brakes on Logan's road to WrestleMania right there.
I think Logan Paul is about to find out what happens when Randy Orton hears voices in his head. And he's not going to like it.
Randy Orton right now enjoying every second of this. Every time his knuckles connect with Logan's skull, it's cathartic.
And now McIntyre to the back of Randy Orton. That was smart strategy. And again, another blow to the back.
It may have been, or if you're McIntyre, you allow Randy to execute the superplex and try to capitalize, as Drew has done thus far in the match.
Meanwhile, Logan Paul, top rope.
Glasgow
McIntyre
kiss.
with a Glasgow kiss to Randy Orton. Went for the RKO, countered by McIntyre. McIntyre, neck breaker. Orton and McIntyre both down. Randy trying to drag himself to his feet, bad back and all. Kip up by McIntyre. Logan Paul cross body off the top of the pod.
Oh my God.
McIntyre never saw it coming.
And yet again, all of the competitors inside this chamber match are down, yet none are out.
One of these three men is going to WrestleMania to face Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Logan Paul says this could be my opportunity. Logan Paul digging down deep. There are the brass knuckles. And they're legal inside the chamber because there's no disqualification. Logan Paul can do anything he wants with the brass knucks that helped him win the United States Championship over Rey Mysterio.
Given the choice between the knuckles and Jeff himself, I'd say Logan made the right choice tonight.
Listen to this place.
Orton slithering for the cover.
Cover on Logan Paul. Hook of the leg. He got it. Paul eliminated. We are down to Orton and McIntyre.
Logan Paul has been eliminated.
A shocking turn of events for the influencer.
Who digs down deep? Who has something left? Is it the 14-time world champion Randy Orton? Is it the two-time WWE champion, the Scottish warrior Drew McIntyre? McIntyre says he needs this match. He needs to get to WrestleMania. He needs to meet Seth Rollins for the world title.
Well, Randy Orton would tell you the exact same thing. After missing a year and a half of his career, the Viper has his eyes locked on Philadelphia, on WrestleMania. Orton would love to run it back with Rollins.
And an opportunity to move one step closer to Ric Flair and John Cena. Orton dragging himself up, being stalked now by McIntyre. McIntyre looking for the future shock DDT. Randy countered, went for the RKO. McIntyre sent to the outside. Randy's gonna try it again. Vintage Orton. Can Randy capitalize? What does Randy have left?
Right now, Drew McIntyre can feel WrestleMania slipping through his fingers, courtesy of the Viper.
Randy Orton feeding off the adrenaline of this capacity crowd in Perth. a strike. He's got McIntyre in his sights.
Fighting through the agony.
Look at the RKO. Spinebuster to the bad back of Orton. Both men down again.
That could be the end of the line for Randy Orton. To be driven that hard into the center of the ring by someone as powerful as McIntyre, that'll break a normal man's back. Orton's back already in bad shape.
Look at the intensity in the eyes of Drew McIntyre. He realizes this is his moment. This is his opportunity. He's got Randy Orton in his sights. McIntyre was going for the Claymore, but Orton just collapsed, and it took Orton out of position, so Drew could not launch the Claymore.
I think our officials got to be thinking about stopping this if Orton's unable to compete.
Randy Orton's not going to give up. You know that.
Right, which is why I'm thinking the official might need to stop this.
Well, McIntyre's going to show no mercy. He showed a lot of mercy late last year, cost him opportunities at a championship. I don't think we're going to see that Drew McIntyre here tonight.
McIntyre grinning from ear to ear.
He's got Orton right where he wants him. RKO out of nowhere!
Or does he?
Logan Paul with the brass knuckles! That damn Logan Paul just hit Orton with the damn knuckles! Get him out! Oh, come on, not like this! Damn it, not like this! McIntyre's going to WrestleMania!
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre!
Hey, listen, Drew McIntyre calls himself the workhorse. I called him a hypocrite. McIntyre did what he had to do to win tonight. I understand that. But Logan Paul just cost Randy Orton an opportunity to battle for the world title at WrestleMania, and that's a damn shame.
I agree with you wholeheartedly on everything that you just said. McIntyre called his shot and delivered the goods tonight in the chamber. Drew McIntyre just punched his ticket to WrestleMania.
Well, tonight's Savage Replay is presented by Slim Jim Meat Sticks. Snap into a Slim Jim. I don't even know what to say.
You know, I hate to see this taint the victory for Drew McIntyre, who earned this opportunity, but this matchup was one highlight after another. Logan Paul launching himself from the top of the pod. And just when Logan could taste victory, he received an RKO for his troubles. Another RKO that should have sent Randy Orton to WrestleMania. But instead, the brass knuckles, courtesy of Logan Paul, costing Randy Orton his WrestleMania dream.
I'm telling you something right now. If you're Logan Paul, you run out of here. You run to your private jet, and you get the hell out of Australia.
No, you're right about that. You're absolutely right.
Because Randy Orton is going to come looking for Logan Paul. Meanwhile, Drew McIntyre celebrates because he gets Seth Rollins. McIntyre has another chance to become the self-proclaimed savior of WrestleMania. It'll be McIntyre and Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship.
We're going to WrestleMania!